Welcome, everyone. Today we are doing our snap sessions for transforming your photo booth experiences with Snappic. We're going to be going over photo personalization, AI effects, and trading card experiences. I know that everyone is losing their absolute minds over trading cards. So that's what we're going to be covering today. We're going to be doing it's a couple of things. So we're going to be going over how to do the particular surveys that you need to enable. These things can be done with AI. They can be done with a regular still photo. It's just however you want to create your experience. That is entirely up to you. So today, what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to implement that into Snappic. So let's go ahead and go over style transfer first. So what we're going to do is, I don't know if anyone knows about this feature just yet, but effectively the way how this feature works is all you're going to do is just kind of pump in a sample photo, any sample photo, and then Snappic will use AI and it'll mimic that. So it's a great resource if ever you're trying to not create the prompt and try and reverse engineer the prompt. That can be a little bit difficult. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just upload the photo and then have it recreate it based off of that. So let me go ahead and go into my system here, and I'm going to share my screen. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an event. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start off with a plain event. And I'm going to start from the very, very scratch. Disable this. And then I'm just going to do trading cards. Set it for now. And then we're going to use all the things. I think I just naturally do this clicking just out of habit. And everyone's password 1111. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in, I'm just going to go ahead and do a sample style transfer. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is go into, just create a blank one. And I'm actually going to set this whole thing up first. And then we're going to go back and set everything up individually. I'm just throwing in any microsite. Psst, there's microsite 2.0. Shh, don't say anything. I always put on this beauty filter just as a habit, even if I'm not like doing a regular photo. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to start off in AI. So now that I just got my basic event set up, I'm going to go ahead and click the event details and click features. And I'm going to click AI experience. And then I'm going to click add AI filter. And then right here under style transfer, that's the thing that you're going to click. And then here is where we're going to click edit, and then we're going to create our source image. So all you're going to do is just upload a photo. This is the photo that I am uploading. It is I just did a little F1 driver. Now, the interesting thing here is there's a lot of logos on this. So I think it's rather interesting to see what the AI is going to do whenever we're trying to, recreate this. Now, there's two things that you can do on here. You can change the style strength. Right now, it's going to be set to high, and then there's medium and low. Depending on how accurate you want it to that particular image, I'm going to always suggest start off with high. Whenever you're testing your event, go ahead and test it out with each one, and then you can kind of see how it's going to work. So what I can do is, I'm actually going to, so the composition is how the photo is placed. So you can do it like the photo that you're taking or the photo that is pulling the style from. So I'm going to have it set up as from style photos, how I'm going to do it. And then I'm actually going to set this up three different ways. So we're going to do style transfer high, and we're going to do it again. I'm actually going to hit this two more times and then click edit. I'm going to upload that same photo. And I'm going to do style transfer medium. Whoops. And then style transfer low. I'm just going to set this up as a regular event. And then I'm just going to take the photo with my app. So all the three style transfers are selected. So now I'm going to just take a sample photo in my app. I'm going to do high. And I'm going to do medium. And then we're going to do low and watch Snappic do me dirty and come up with some horrible looking AI photo. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. AI just doesn't agree with me. I don't know why it agrees with a lot of other people, but it just doesn't agree with me. Now, a couple of questions that I get asked every now and then is whenever we do male or female, that all depends on whatever prompt you're kind of giving it. So the thing that I think that we need to look at here is this stuff is always going to need to be tested. So if you're doing a specific thing, we did a cowboy event, and with that one, we definitely had to do a boy one, and we definitely had to do a girl one. People can pick whichever one they feel works best with them, and then we can go from there. So I'm going to pull up these photos. And then we're going to wait for the AI to come back on these. So that's the first one. So now it just kind of made a whole bunch of like random little logos around me. And then we'll be able to see. So there's the medium. So the medium is just going to like kind of identify with some of these things. And again, I look incredibly weird. So right now, the survey answers do not apply to the prompt. So there's no way that we can come up with a prompt that is specific to that particular session. And then here is the low. So you can kind of see how it progressed. I think it's a little bit interesting. But if you want it to look almost exactly like that source photo that you're giving it, most definitely go ahead and use the high. And it was super quick. I mean, I just did this, on the call with you guys. Very, very simple. So style transfer is such a really cool resource, and it's able just to do stuff on the fly. The crazy thing that I think about it is the way in the time that we're operating now is how our clients thought AI worked a year and a half ago. So the cool thing is whenever you would have clients who would say, hey, we want to recreate this photo, and then we'd have to figure out like how to reverse engineer whatever the hell that prompt was. Now all we do is we just be like, yes, I can make this exactly. Put it into your system, do the style transfer, and then pop it out there. So that is super, super cool with Snappic style transfer. Okay, now we're going to get into. Now we are going to get into photo personalizations. This is so exciting. Now, with photo personalizations, what we're going to do is I'm going to start off with a layout, and then we're going to build the layout from there. I'm actually just going to show you what this looks like already. All of our photos are 1920 by 1280. So this is the sample trading card that we're going to use. Now, this is going to be printed on like 5x7 paper. Actually, this is the wrong dimensions for the trading card, but I will show you what the correct dimensions are whenever I put it in a Snappic. So this is going to be the section for our photo. Up here on the top left-hand corner, we're going to have our number. We're going to do a signature and then first name, last name. And then we can do position, height, team, coach. So these are all the things that we're going to input into the system. So let's go ahead and get started building this trading card. Now I'm going to do the trading card as an AI template. That means that I want to have it use an AI photo, not just a regular photo that I'm taking. So I'm going to go ahead and click edit. I'm going to get rid of the samples from the style transfer that we just did. And I'm going to add an AI filter. And then on the top right-hand corner, you can type in sports or no, like baseball. We can do baseball or on here on style. So we have runner, American football player, golfer, soccer player, baseball. I'm going to go ahead and do baseball. And then to do this, we're going to create a new template. So I'm going to click new template right here. And then it's going to bring me to this little section. Trading cards are done in 5 by 3.5. So that's a 5x7 folded in half. So we're going to do trading card landscape. And then we're going to upload that overlay that we just did. And then we're going to do my favorite button, the auto frame create button. Ooh, weird. It did a second one. So we're just going to take this and we're going to extend it and bring it all the way down. And then that's going to be our preview. So that's where our photo is going to show up. It looks wonderful. We're going to hit save. And I'm going to type in a very specific template name. Very technical. Okay, and then I'm just going to leave that there for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and enable surveys. So I'm going to click surveys right here. Click OK. And I'm going to do trading card survey. And then we're going to do information for trading card. And then the display location is going to be on experience selection. That's important because we want them to fill it out right whenever they're taking their photo. And we're going to make the survey required. So we're going to go over to the survey builder. And I'm going to type in trading card here. And then I'm just going to drag all the fields that we need to do for the trading card. So I'm going to do, it's always just a good rule of thumb to do first name and last name completely separate. That way, if you need to format something specifically, you can do it that way. So I'm just going to do first name here and bring the second one. And we're going to do last name. I'm going to bring in text block over here. And we're going to do height. And then we're going to bring in position. And we're going to bring in team. And then we're going to bring in coach. And then we're going to bring in number. And then make sure that all these things are required. Now, whenever you're doing any of these particular layouts, Canva is always a great place to start. And then you can kind of move things around. So whenever you're designing it, it's kind of a good rule of thumb to design it with all of the fields kind of filled out. That way you kind of know what's going on, and then go ahead and delete all those because those spaces need to be blank whenever we fill all this stuff out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my AI template. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky, where you may have to go ahead and rewatch this every now and then. But we're going to go ahead and click edit right here. And then we're going to be brought to this little designer page. And then now is the fun part. Now is where we're going to put all of the fun things. So I'm going to do first name right here. I'm going to bring it down. And then in this next section, I'm going to click last name because I want it on that same little text box. And then here is where you can kind of go in and change all of the little custom fields here. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And I'm also going to change this to white because that is black. And then it's going to disappear and it's going to look weird, but I promise it's fine. We're going to click number. I'm going to bring this section over here. And this is where you can kind of have fun with it and you can kind of just build however it is you want to do it from here. Maybe we'll do this one and maybe we'll make it a lot bigger. So the question on here is, this stuff is a little confusing. I understand it's confusing. The formatting is always going to be off. That's why you kind of have to test this, especially whenever you're doing fonts, and then realize whenever you're going to max out on characters. So that is also something to keep in mind. You're not going to get it perfect the first time. That's okay. So what you can do, like, let's just say, like, I want to do like this number. Let's just say I want to do 21. So I know that I'm going to have these numbers here. So what I can do is I can kind of build it in regular text. So I think that this looks good at 115. So what I'm going to do is delete this, move this over here, change it back to that other font that I just had. And I'm going to change the size to 115. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it white. And then bring it over here. There is a little learning curve whenever it comes to figuring out how you're going to put these, names in. So I'm going to go ahead and do position. Put position right here. And I'm going to change the font a little bit. So dose is 61. And then we're going to do height. Oops. That's also another thing. This is a little tricky in how you have to set it up because you have to click out before you can move on to the next one. Do doses. I'm going to do 61 here. Change this size to. And then coach. Why are you not going bigger? I guess I'm just pushing the wrong thing. Now, a cool part is so like right here, I had first and last name. I'm going to do this again. But the difference is I'm going to do a signature. So again, we're creating the same things. Using the same fields rather. But now it's just going to create like this cool little signature. And again, some of this is going to be a little bit squeezed. Some of it is going to be a little bit random depending on how many characters you're putting on these things. So that's incredibly fine. Is recognizing that this is a learning process and you're still going to have to make adjustments here and there. And then once you're, able to do it, you can do it a little bit quicker. So actually one thing that I didn't change was this first name, last name. I'm going to change the color to white. So I think we got everything pretty much set up here. I think it's in a good spot. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. Another thing is this is also not going to work on like a sharing station. It's only going to work on, it's not even, I don't even think it works on virtual booth, but it's going to work on any unit that's operating Snappic on an iPad. So this can't be done in any of the virtual sections. I'm going to hit agree and save. And then I'm going to go into my Snappic app and I'm going to refresh. And actually, this should do it pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and put these little photos up here. So on here, the first thing that you do is whenever you take the photo, it's going to pop up with, so you can see this. There we go. I'm going to hit trading card survey. Probably can't see it. And the survey that we just did is going to pop up. So I'm typing my name, my last name. I am 6'3". I am left field. That's funny. I am team Snappic. Demir is my coach. And I am number 23. So we're going to fill out this whole thing. And this is actually how the guest is going to fill it out online. I'm sorry, not online, on the unit. And then actually it's going to pop up as a preview on here. So all of the information that we just did is going to fill out. So I'm going to take my photo real quick. I wish there was like a whole like Snappic compilation of me just taking photos of myself on live events. Okay, and then we're just going to wait for this to populate. So this is the original photo. And we see all the information that we just did just popped up. Now, see, I kind of have issues with my spacing here. So we would just need to go ahead and change, our spacing here and there. But again, for the most part, that 23, that's a good size number. I'd keep it that way. Same thing with all the positions, my height, all that is fine. The only adjustments I would need to make would be on here. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat and I can start answering some. And then now it created the AI photo. So this is wonderful. So this is going to print, fold in half, get put into some sort of badge case or something like that. So super, super cool and super. And you also don't have to use this for trading cards. You can do it as badges for corporate events. You could do a hello my name is sort of sticker. All those things are really cool. So please don't get in this habit of doing these standard trading cards. Like this is trading cards are one thing that you can do. We can do a million others. So let's expand the idea and see what else we can do. But anything where you need to customize any of this stuff works out really well. Printer recommendation. I enjoy a DS620 printer. That's going to be the most versatile. It's where you can, have the most, you can do the metallic paper. They actually have sparkle paper coming out soon. I think that's really cool. But yes. Another question. Is Snappic AI ready for multiple people on a photo? Not just yet. Waiting on that one. Can you have an AI image and a regular photo on one card template? Yes, absolutely. You can do that. And just to show you briefly on how to do that, you would go whenever you're creating your AI template, you would actually have to start a standard one. And you would do photo 1. and do photo 2 and then hit save. And again, this isn't. So I'm going to do a sample photo for you real quick. What is this, number 3 today? Okay, so now that'll get loaded. So then on here, you would have this one. So this is the sample one that we did. And then whenever the AI updates, it's going to update with one being the, actually, did I do that correctly? I did do that correctly. So whenever the AI updates, I believe it's the first photo that is going to be the AI photo. Yeah. So the first photo is going to be the AI photo, and then the second photo is going to be um, the photo that you took there. So if you want to do a before and after, this is a great way to do it. Obviously, you can make it a lot prettier, but this is how you would kind of handle that scenario. So that's how you would do it on one card template. When I do this, I was under the impression that I should see the words on the template. You do see the words on the template whenever you move to the second screen. So you type in all your survey information, hit submit, and then it'll show you what it will look like as a preview. So if you need to make any adjustments, you can make it before it does the video, the photo. What media would I recommend? So this is going to be printed on a 5x7. That's how this particular template is set up. So whenever you go into the AI templates and you're going to create a new template, you're going to go down here into the 5x3.5, and that is the trading card landscape one. So that's that section right here. Can you do several versions of these? Yes, you can build as many different trading cards as you want. A red one, a green one, a blue one, a black one, a white one, a silver one, however many you want to load into there. The only thing that you're doing is you're just loading in those surveys for every single one over and over and over again. But yes, you can do as many as you like. The size for the media paper is 5x7. Someone said, so in terms of printing, I know we changed the size to 5x3.5. So if we have standard printer paper 6x8, does it print? No. So what it'll do is whenever you're printing on larger paper, it'll scale it up. But I wouldn't do that. That's a bad idea. Just buy the 5x7 printer and you'll be good. In terms of AI credits, do we need credits for this? Yes, absolutely. So whenever you're doing any sort of testing credit right here, it's going to use 0.25 credits. And then whenever you're doing the actual event, it's going to use 1 credit. And then to add the credits, you're going to go up to your account. And then you're going to add credits here by clicking top up. And that's where all this is going to be. So you would do AI effects credits is where you would put those. Do the surveys have to be the same on each one? Yes, because there's only one survey per event. So you would need all the information in one survey. Some of them don't have to be included, but you can bring those over into your template. If you can fold it, cut it, however you want to do. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so where did the guest put their info in? So the way how this works is whenever you're in the Snappic app, the guest is gonna, let's just say they're gonna click, to do a still photo. AI is gonna pop up. That survey will immediately pop up before they take their photo, and they have to fill out all that information before moving on to take the photo. So it's not done on a QR code. I have asked for that because that is something that I need. Whether or not it'll happen, I have no idea, or when it'll take to happen. But the great thing is, at least it can be done on the app itself and then take your photo that way. But for right now, it can't be done ahead of time on a QR code. Wonderful. Well, I think that is wrapping up the trading card experience. Awesome. Next is going to be the Photo Booth Texting Club. We are going to be doing a couple of giveaways soon. I do know that. And then I'm also going to be launching Summer Learning Series again this year. So if you want to be notified for that, you can go ahead and scan this QR code, or you can text Ryan to 833-209-9555. So just text Ryan to that number, and then you'll get included in all of the updates. What I will do is whenever this recording becomes available, I'll send out a text message, and literally the second I get that link, it's when it goes out to y'all. So this is a great way for us to keep in touch, and a way for us to make sure that everyone gets all the information that they need super super quickly. Next is spring training. Spring training today was the last day. Now all of the videos are all recorded. They are 31 days of daily sales drills. We were able to kind of do it. The whole premise behind this was for me to do a 31-day series, taking 20 minutes a day and working on sales in your business. So this would be emails and lead generation and closing techniques and sales automation and growing hacks and certain ways to word things. So this was a fun exercise. It is available to you for $133. Every single video is available right now. So whenever people originally bought this, it was a daily video that popped up, but now all 31 are available. So if you would like to do that, please go ahead and scan that QR code, or go to ryansleeves.com/spring training. That is it for today. I will stick around for a little bit if anyone has any more questions. Other than that, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any future things that you want me to do a snap session on, go ahead and send a text message to that number. I do see them. I see everything. I respond to people. Don't ask me how to fix something if you're at an event. Don't do that. I cannot help. If you are having any questions with Snappic, you can go ahead and click the chat button in Snappic. If you're at an event, they're more equipped to help you. I cannot look into your account. I cannot set something up for you. But anything else, I'm happy to answer. So please feel free. Let me go ahead and answer a couple of these other questions. Will this be available and when? I'd like to see the first AI web effects you did. Is this available? I could not attend live. Yes, this will be available. I do not know when it is going to become available. It usually should be available in a couple of days. If you would like a text message notification, please go ahead and click this little or scan this little QR code and text Ryan to 833-209-9555, and you will get immediately notified whenever that video becomes available. So that is the best way to get all this information. Can you do trading cards with this paper? Yes, you can. Just set up your template for a 6x8 and then do the template based off of a 6x8. Don't set it up as a trading card with the 5x3.5 and then scale it. Just do everything from at 6x8. But yes, you can cut them. For corporate badges, what holder do I suggest? I have no clue. Whichever one fits your printer. What I would probably do is I would set something up like a 4x6 and then either fold it in half or cut it in half or whatever, and then find something that'll fix it. Actually, I think there are badges that are done for 4x6s. So I would just build the whole thing in a 4x6. What you can do is, and I like the idea of doing this, if you want to have those regular badges, do one photo, so one 4x6 photo of whatever badge trading card thing you're going to do, set that up, have the guest take the photo, do the thing, and then have a whole bunch printed with like trade show information or QR codes or a schedule or something like that already printed that have no customizations, and then just combine the two and stick them in like a little lanyard, and then you're done. Yeah, ID printers. You can do ID printers as well. Those, work out, the best. No, the I don't believe that it will auto cut. I think that you have to do that manually. Can you use a sharing station to answer the survey and then take your booth on the picture. No. So this can't be done on a sharing station. This has to be done on the device of which the photo is taken. It is, again, I need this done. I would like for it to be done in a QR code. I don't know if that's necessarily possible just yet. What cutter do I recommend? I don't know. Andrew does a good job. I think that's about it. I think most of these questions have been answered. There is no trading card templates available. There's just the blank size that's available for the 5x7 or the 5x3.5. That's the only thing that's in the system. I was just told that cutting is possible as long as I guess it's configured to cut at 3.5. So I guess it is possible. Someone said, how do I use the negative prompt feature? I tried to create a superhero image using style transfer and specifically excluded the S and the star on the chest, as well as any logo, but the image result had the S on the chest for Superman. I cannot use Superman due to copyright. I would go into Canva and I would like remove that, just from that little like that little magic erase tool, maybe put in something else and then bring it into the style transfer. I don't think I would use the negative prompt to remove it. I think that would be a little bit too difficult. I would remove it before it got into the style transfer. That's how I would do it.
Okay, I'll try and answer this 5 by
Mhm.
3.5. Yeah.
Sure.
So when it comes to, I'm not sure what you mean wasting the ink, but once you have a 5-inch paper or a 5 by 7 paper and everything installed in the printer, on the print server, you would select 5 by 3.5. It will just print on a 5 by 3.5 and then it will do just a cut for that size. It won't do the half of 5 by 7 in this case. So it's just the printer supports this specific size. This was printed. This was tested on the DS640, right? If that's the number of the DNP printer, I can't remember.
So someone asked, will it waste ink whenever you're cutting a 3.5 by 3.5? So dye sublimation printers don't work that way. It's actually ribbon. So you're going to use the same amount of ribbon no matter what. So you're not wasting any ink
That makes
because
sense.
there is no ink. It's all fake. Can we have a different digital output than a print output? I don't know what that means exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but let's say that if you have a digital output and a print output. Oh no, not at the moment. I'm guessing that you would like to have only the front page of your trading card as a share item versus the printing that would have front and back page. But that may be possible in the future. I do recommend all these use cases be reported to the support chat, and then we'll request and give feedback to the developers.
Awesome. Well, I think that covers mostly all of it. Again, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to join the texting club. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please let me know what you would like for me to cover next time. In the meantime, I think that's it. I will see y'all soon. Take care.
Bye, everyone.